My name is Vi Mulder. I'm 70 years old. Grew up in a family of 12 children with 2 parents, and I've been married for almost 51 years.
To who?
To Mr. Bob Mulder.
Vi, what was it like growing up?
Very adventurous. Lots of good things, lots of crazy things. We had good times. We had great Christmases. We only got one gift, but we had good Christmases. And we always had a lot of fun. Lots of work and more work. What else?
How much did you get paid for working?
We got paid nothing.
Nothing?
No allowance. In fact, if we babysat, sometimes we gave our parents some money to pay the milk bill, because we had a milkman that delivered milk by the door in glass bottles.
What'd you do for fun?
What'd we do for fun? We played baseball. We had almost a team with just our own family. We played eeny, eyeny, over, which is when you throw a ball over the roof, over the top, and the other side catches it. And we played Red Rover. We played statue. Everything was outside. We didn't have anything inside. That's about it.
Did you ever pull any pranks?
Oh, we pulled lots. We would lay a purse on the road attached to some fish string, and when a car would stop, we would pull it a little bit and run, and then when they would open the purse, there was cow manure in there. We also used to set a grocery bag on the stairs with cow manure in it and light it on fire and ring the doorbell.
Did your dad do anything special?
Yes, my father used to build the cabinets in the boats at Chris Craft, but he also remodeled a lot of things in our home. In fact, the home I grew up in, my father built himself. He laid all the bricks, he built the whole house. When my parents purchased the home, they had 1.5 acres of land, and they built the home for $500. That was the total it cost them to build the house and buy the land. And they paid a house payment of $25 a month to Mr. H.P. Swamer, who lived in Holland.
Did your dad ever make any root beer or anything? Because I know you were telling me about it.
We always used to have homemade root beer in that. My father would make it in a great big wash tub outside, and he would stir it and stir it and stir it, and then he would bottle it, and then he would put it in the cellar in the basement, and we would take the bottles from the back and open them up and drink them before my father knew they were ready, but we always thought they were ready.
We established that you have 12 brothers and sisters. Did you ever get into any fights with them?
We really didn't fight, because if we would fight, we had to get put to work in the house, or the boys outside doing yard work, or in the garage cleaning, or whatever. We just didn't really fight at all. And the girls, if you fought, we would have to take all the dishes out of the cupboards and wash and dry all the dishes and put them back in there. That was our punishment. When we fixed dinner, my sisters and I, we always had to clean up. And my younger sister, we were always kind of horsing around, and we were clearing the table, and we had boiled bologna for dinner that night. And when we were cleaning up, we got to throwing food. And when we were throwing the bologna, my father walked through the door and we hit him right in the face. And there was a whole lot of silence, and then a whole lot of laughter. And that was kind of how that happened. We did lots of laundry. In the morning before we went to school, we had to On Sunday evening, we ran hot water in 2 wash tubs and a washing machine, and we soaked all the white clothing and the light colored clothing. And then in the morning, we would get up at 5:30 and we would go to the basement, and we would have to wring out all of that clothing in the washing machine, empty all the tubs and the washer, fill them all up, and start the first load of wash for my mother. And then we would go up and have breakfast and get ready for school. And then we would walk to Waverly School. I went to school in a one-room schoolhouse. We used to hang a lot of blue jeans out on the line. In the wintertime, they were frozen stiff. And then we'd have to, after school, bring them in the house and hang them up in the basement.
So, Grandma, we have talked about your life when you were younger. What do you do now?
Now, I'm retired, semi-retired, and I am an activities director at Logan Estates, the mobile home community where we live. And that should be manufactured housing community where we live. And I put on coffees for people. We do crafts and lunches for the kids. We do parties for the kids. We have potlucks at night with all the people in the community. I just did a picnic, and we served 400 hot dogs. So we had a really good picnic. And we do lots of crafts. We have a card ministry that we do where if there's people ill in the park, we send them cards, but all the ladies make the cards. And that's kind of pretty much what I do now.
If I could fall